the same parts. We can swap them out with each other.
Give me all your parts, bitch.
That was a perfect reenactment.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
You lied to me.
We figured out the name for the El Camino. It's called Parts Car. Alright, what's up everyone? We are going to be entirely in the garage today. We have to swap out Liam's transmission with Tanya's transmission. So yeah, this old beat up thing is getting replaced by the brand spanking new one. Haven't put it in a single car, and so hopefully it does well. But our shop situation kind of sucks. So it takes us probably about 5 times as long as it should. So be prepared for a whole lot of time lapse in this one, because nobody wants to see us work at our actual pace. That's like watching paint dry. Before we get started, I want to thank everybody that's already ordered a sticker. We didn't actually think so many people were going to order them, but yeah, we really do appreciate it. We loved the stickers, so we were just happy to have them, and we were going to start, you know, sticking them all over the place just as a joke. So if you go buy a sticker, if you see it in a random place, like at the track or on like a street sign or something like that, snap a picture of it and tag us in it, because I just think that's funny. But yeah, if you guys want some, anybody who hasn't gotten one, here's the sticker, and they can be found on our Big Cartel page, which there's a link on our main YouTube page. If you look at the banner in the bottom right, there should be a link right there. There's shirts and stuff as well. We're going to be doing different shirts with that logo, or with the truck picture, as well as the new logo. So, well, but we'll let you guys know when we get those ready to go. Diving right into it, we are going to take basically all of this out today. We gotta swap out the tranny, but because we don't have a lift here, unfortunately, the way the tranny has to come out at a really steep angle, it's impossible to do without a lift. So to get to the tranny, we're gonna have to take the motor out with it. So take the motor out. We'll look at a couple of things that we've been meaning to take a look at. Put those freeze plug brackets on the back since we couldn't get to them because it's too close to the firewall. And put the new tranny in here and go test, hope for the best. So get right to it, I guess. We got a lot of work to do. Stuff on your face.
Oh, my face is so itchy today. I was like...
Okay, so obviously we got the motor out. That took entirely too long. I'm very angry about how long it took. Everything that took us a long time could be solved by having a lift. I mean, I know we can make it work. Like we could have, you know, used a bigger jack so that we could get it up higher, and then larger jack stands so that we could have it up higher. But all of the up and down would have been way faster being able to just lift the car up, get the underside stuff, put it back down, do the topside stuff. And I mean, let's face it, the biggest thing if we had a lift is we wouldn't have even had to take this out. Like granted, it's good. We took it out. You see in the back, we do have a freeze plug that we need to put one of those brackets on. We got this bracket on there, but it was such a pain in the ass to get that. So we'll be able to slap that one on there. Unfortunately, that's literally the only thing that we have the motor out for. The other thing that we did notice, and it actually scarred up this a little bit, 2 out of the 3 bolts on the converter were completely loose.
Don't look at me. I told you.
She told me, Oscar told me. I didn't go check them. The bolts are pretty messed up. It actually messed up one of the holes in the converter. So I gotta see if I can repair those threads or if we'll have to end up slapping one of the other converters in there. If they're good, awesome, we'll slap it back in. If not, we'll decide whether or not we wanna try my old converter or hers, which is that same identical converter, just brand new. We haven't used it yet. But yeah, so anyway, we gotta transfer over a couple of things like the fittings on this transmission. Need to go on that one. Put some stuff on the solenoid so that's ready to connect to what we got. And
Still up there from the last time you didn't fucking do it.
lock tight the bolts on the converter. Oh, I can't believe that. It was almost really bad.
You said, and I asked you like multiple times and you were like, no, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah, well, I thought it would be. Obviously not. So we'll make sure to do that. I'm gonna get some new bolts too, because with them being loose, I'm not sure if it was messing them up. They look straight, but we'll just get nice new bolts. So that's it for now. We'll get back to it tomorrow, swapping everything over, doing what we need to do to this, maybe cleaning or looking at a couple of things, and then trying to get it all back in, which is gonna be even worse than it was getting out. We really aren't set up to work efficiently here, and this showed it. Day 2.
Of taking Tanya's shit.
Well, that's like day 50 for that, but day 2 of the job that was supposed to probably take 3 hours, but because of our crappy design, it is on day 2. So like you saw yesterday, we got the motor and tranny out. We just have to swap over a couple of things. So the fittings that we got for the Civic / El Camino were -6. Just an adapter that goes into the transmission and changes it to an AN line. They were -6 in this one, but we used -8 on the truck. So I gotta swap over these fittings to be -8 over there. So that's what we're doing right now. But yes, stealing more of Tanya's shit. Extended these wires a little bit for the trans brake. They were really short, so I didn't wanna have to lengthen them while they're in the car, so I went ahead and just put some leads on there right now. That'll save us some time later. Got fittings on there, and we went to go put the shield on it, which will hopefully save our legs and stuff, and it would not line up very well with the holes at all. And we're thinking, so on the other tranny that we have, this bracket is ground down pretty much flush. Looked like it was done pretty quick on this one, just chopped off and left, and I think that's getting in the way. Same thing with this one. We're going to take a little bit more off of it so it's flush. Take these corners down just a tiny bit. And then these 2 corners right here are barely ground away on that one as well. So take a little bit down on all these areas, and hopefully that shell will fit on there nicely. Break some stuff.
I can't get this off.
There's a tool for it. All right, so while she's taking care of that, here's the converter that came out. I know a couple of people have asked what converter we're using in this one. So there is the part number on that. Hopefully you can see that. So PTC 10TH plus 50 21. That is what we were using on this one. That is the same one that we got for the El Camino. And that is why we might use the one that we bought for the El Camino, possibly, if we can't clean these threads up. Can't remember which one it is. I think it's this one. Got really gnarled up. I'm assuming because I'm assuming because the bolt was loose and it was rattling around in there, and it just messed up the bolt and at the same time messed up the threads. So we'll see if we can clean those up. If not, we're probably going to use one of our other converters, either my old converter or her converter. Sorry.
I'm real sick and tired of it. How'd that go?
The day as a whole has been pretty frustrating. So, obviously we got all the stuff switched out on the new tranny, and we went to go and put it in. Actually, before we went to go and put it in, we were like, you know what? Yesterday was really frustrating because we couldn't get the car high enough, and we had a hard time, getting everything out. So we're like, there was a car meet at like, what, 2 o'clock?
Yeah, 2 to 5.
And so we went out, and on our way there, we're like, it's gonna take a decent amount of our day, but it'll be worth it because we'll go and just hang out with some people and have a good time, see some cars. And so we went, and of course, right before we get there, it starts raining. So there was like nobody there. So that wasted probably about 2 hours of our day, and then we came back, started struggling with this thing again once we got everything back together. And the car still wasn't high enough to use our fancy new tranny jack. So I know it's on the tranny jack right now, like you can see it there, but we actually had to slide the transmission in there and then lift it up and put it on the tranny jack, and then we were able to get it up. So I was hoping that it was gonna be a good tool to be able to put it on the put it on the jack out here, slide it in nice and easy. But yeah, so new tranny being in, now we can go ahead and bring the motor back in and start piecing everything back together. That goes pretty easy. It's just, this was the only thing that we hadn't ever done on our own and without a lift. So I had done it on my own, but I had a lift at Bora's, or Bora knocked it out, which obviously was like 3 times faster than I did it. So this it just took way too long, but we kind of expected that was gonna happen. He's over here messing with the lizard instead of working.
Oh. See, he's going. Oh no, I'm trying to put you outside, guy. Oh.
Put him on your hand.
I'm scared.
Why?
Because he might fly out.
I mean, he might jump, yeah, but...
You stay there. He doesn't like me touching his tummy. There he goes. Go ahead, because we'll step on you. There you go.
Nice work. Okay, so we came back over here and finished the only thing that we had to do while the motor was out, which is put this little freeze plug bracket on there. So underneath here, where the freeze plug used to be, we dropped a nut in there that's pretty much just the right thickness to fill the gap between this thing and the freeze plug underneath. So hopefully those won't be popping out anymore, and we sure as hell didn't pay $79 for the Motion Raceworks plugs, which are awesome and look really nice, by the way. I'm not saying anything bad about them, just these are a lot cheaper and had stuff, are made of stuff that we had laying around, so perfect. We'll get some materials in and put them up on the Big Cartel page. You guys can buy them. I know Aaron from NX Gonzo already said he wants one.
16 hours later.
More than that. Done. I know. So the only thing that's holding us up right now is the converter bolts. I know that sounds really stupid and a very small thing, but all of the local stores around here didn't have the right ones. So, and we didn't want to drive an hour to Summit and an hour back. We just didn't have the time with other stuff that we had going on. So Tony's gonna go pick that up tomorrow, and that should allow us to get the converter tightened up so that we could put the starter on, and then we'll be able to put all the manifold on. We just don't want to put that stuff on right now because it's really a pain in the ass to get to the starter if we do. So yeah, we should be able to button this up tomorrow, and obviously since we'll be editing video, and then I also have to tune a car on Friday, so that pretty much leaves out going to Yellow Belly on Thursday because I'll be editing this video at that point. What?
We don't get tacos.
Sunday we do. We'll go Sunday.
We don't get tacos 2 times.
No, only once. So yeah, Thursday won't be able to go to Yellow Belly. Friday we'll be tuning a customer car. Saturday, I don't think we really have anything going on, do we?
Testing.
I mean, we'll test, yeah, we'll drive it around and whatnot, but we're not testing at the track or anything. But then Sunday, the plan is to head over to Yellow Belly. If you guys are out there, we'll see you there. Come by and say hi. We'll probably be out in the field trying not to, sink in the mud and whatnot. Or we might just drive it there, I'm not sure. Next week, we should actually have 2 videos. So hopefully we make up for the fact that this one was a little bit boring. Well, I mean, boring to me. It was boring to make, I'll tell you that right now. If you guys enjoyed it, awesome, appreciate it. But it was boring to make because all it was working on it. We didn't have any racing going on. So, tuning, hopefully we make a bunch of power Friday. That'll be a video. And then hopefully Sunday goes well with this. So, yeah, until then, really appreciate all the videos have been doing really good recently. So appreciate all the new people coming in. Hopefully you like the channel, and obviously the OG fans. See you in the live chat. Appreciate everybody coming and hanging out every time we have that. And yeah, for everybody else, like, share, subscribe as usual, and we'll see you on the next one.